selected.
Initiating drone connection.
Hey guys, this is Lewis.
What's up, Mero?
And of course, Daniel.
And we are Vaporware.
As usual.
As usual.
And today we're going to talk about E3 again.
Yeah.
Well, not really again.
It's E3 Nintendo style.
Yeah, Nintendo style. Let's see what Nintendo has to offer in regards to video games like Metroid and Sonic Mania?
Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces, and
Pokemon
Mario.
And
Pokemon and everything in between.
So, anyways, let's
get it right off.
With Metroid Prime, I guess we only got like a 4-second little
40
snippet.
seconds.
40 seconds of what?
The last
hype?
No.
40 seconds of Vaporware?
No.
Okay.
That would have been real Vaporware back during the Wii U. Because I remember they made the real Vaporware was Metroid Dread, which wasn't going to be a Prime anyways. And there was also talks of it ever being a Prime 4 a long time ago.
Okay.
But to be honest, that's probably.
So what's this Metroid Prime about? Is it about Metroid or what? Because I thought they blew up that planet in 1993.
Well, first of all, what are you even talking about? This Metroid, the new one, or are you talking about?
I'm talking about the new one.
Well, considering that there's nothing, I mean, we're going to speculate as to what it can be. I mean, what happened last? So we got Metroid 1, or Metroid Prime 1. You landed on Talon 4.
She landed on that.
Huh?
She landed.
Yeah, she was looking for Ridley because he went down there. Anyways, went down to Talon 4, did a whole, they did the real introduction of Phazon, and which is technically the whole story arc of all Prime, and that's why all the bad things happen. Well, the first one, of course, she goes to the whole spiel. Technically, Metroid Prime 1 was officially Super Metroid remake in a way. It was no
Super Metroid remake.
Yeah, because it had the Varia suit, it had the gravity suit, you had the same colors, you had the wave beam, you had the ice beam, you had the plasma beam. Yeah. Granted, you can't mix them all. I mean, that was the only caveat, but it was more something that you can relate to. Like, hey, I remember Super Metroid. It's in Metroid Prime 1. Metroid Prime 2. That's when they took liberties and actually made different weapons, like the light gun and the dark gun.
Well, that makes sense because, I feel like all those suits and weapons were only exclusive to the planet Metroid.
Zeevies? Zeevies? Or
like the suits and stuff like that, the Varion suits and the heat suits.
Well, like, that's the thing. I mean, that's why I just wanted to throw it in there. I mean, when it came to Metroid Prime 2, that's the only time when they actually, like I said, they took liberties and have something original, i.e. the dark suit, not dark suit, excuse me. Well, you had the dark suit and the light suit. Yeah. But the dark weapon, then you had the sonic weapon, which was actually kind of cool. And then different type of missiles, whatnot. Granted, number 2 was probably like the most difficult and most challenging out of all of them. Then you had number 3, which is the experiment on the Wii to see if you can make a first-person game using the Wii remote and the nunchuck, which by far was probably the best FPS game ever played on a console.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, a single-player FPS. I can't really say about multiplayer.
Sure. Okay.
But for a single-player thing, I was surprised that they actually made it really, really sensitive, because I was kind of worried it was going to be a game where, I got to turn, and it's going to take forever to turn. But in this one, you can actually set the sensitivity, so once you touch the corner of the screen, you automatically start whipping around. So you actually felt like you were in control the whole time.
You really had control of Samus, and you were inside the suit. Sure,
dude, and cool, man. And it's cool too, like the fact that we actually fight some of the mobs, or when some of the pirates, they had the shields, and you like grapple their shields and pull them off and start blasting them. Like, that was cool. It was more interactive, especially you had granted it was a Wii gimmick,
but it was motion controls done right.
Yeah, that was actually the first time I noticed this is actually nice. Like, this is not bad. It's not a crappy way of doing them. I mean, the only other game that I could feel like the motion controls actually did a good job was Wii Sports. That's not saying much, because that's just like a tech demo game.
Not Zelda Skyward Sword.
Oh, I didn't get to play that. I wanted to, but it's like
it was all right. I think it was a lot harder to control the swing of the sword and the raising of the shield, just because it was more from a third person point of view. Yeah. And so when you were playing a game like that, it just, you felt less in control of Link than you would have liked. You know, like if they made a first person Skyward Sword, I'm sure things would have been a lot easier. I don't know. I think things are a lot easier when it comes to just kind of pointing to the location and just shooting.
Yeah. Well, what made it easier for Metroid Prime 3 was the fact that you could lock on all the time. Yeah. So without locking on, I'm pretty sure the gameplay would be really, really crappy. Regardless of that, Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3, they were all really solid games. They're actually either way, they're in the prequels. or they're technically prequels, which I kind of against because I want to have a progression of the story because the last real Metroid was in the timeline is Metroid Fusion, and that's where officially there should be no more Metroids. You're technically the last Metroid, or you had the Genes of Metroid.
It should just be called, It should just be called Samus Aran. The legend continues.
But that's the thing, though. It's not kung fu. Anyways,
it's like Samus Aran, bounty hunter, sort of like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
But that's the thing, though. Like that's where things get complicated because it still can be called Metroid Prime, and who knows if it's going to be still based off Phase-On. They kind of alluded to they're still being Phase-On because you can hear the Phase-On music when they're hyping it up. I mean, who knows what's going to be like. If it's in the future, maybe, like past Fusion and Phase-On makes a return, I'll be okay with that because at least they're progressing the story. You know, that's something good. Gameplay-wise, I'm kind of curious what they might do because it's going to be on a Switch. So you're going to have it was weird. So Metroid Prime 1 and 2, GameCube controllers, of course. Wii was Metroid Prime 3. Then they made the special edition 10 case, which is all 3. With the revamped first ones, but had the Wiimote.
But you can have you can have the motion control with those, and that's the one that I got.
Yeah, which is pretty smart, dude. I bought that off the store. I didn't know it was like a collector's things. Like I just said, hey, look at that, I'm gonna buy Impulse.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's like,
oh really? Yep. Nobody at GameStop told you had to buy it?
It was at Fry's. It was the last copy. I was like, oh, let me take that.
I ended up finding mine years later for around $50 or $60 on Amazon.
Dude, it's like $100+ now.
Yeah.
In the box. But anyways, so that's why
you just sell that and get a new microphone.
Well, you're using that.
No, but we have an excellent microphone.
But anyways, thing is though, so if it's gonna follow, I worry about number 4, or at least my speculation. I kind of hope that it takes the genre to a whole new direction, and I really hope it's still first person in a way and not third person because I have a feeling that most games nowadays will have to be third person, and a lot of people like that. No, I just keep it first person. I like the whole idea of you feeling claustrophobic in your suit, like behind a glass screen, you know.
Absolutely.
And it's cool too because when you're playing the game, you can see the reflection. You can see Samus's eyes bulge a little. Oh crap! You know,
well, it literally put you like in her shoes.
Yeah.
You know, like it. You know, like it was. Metroid was, and we spoke about this before. But Metroid was always one of those games where it felt like you were Samus. There wasn't a big narrative. It was just you on a planet. You know, just kind of surrounded by a bunch of monsters and.
But that's what.
Things like
that's what's funny because that's what Metroid Prime took it upon themselves to make it a game where you can actually learn what's going on with the planet. All the data logs, all the scanning the dead bodies, seeing what's going on. Number 2 was the same way. Number 3 it ended up being like a murder mystery. You're trying to figure out what happened here. Back then, you're just constantly going to other planets. And speaking about going to other planets, I really hope that number 4, prequel or not, I really hope it's an open world. Almost like number 3 where you can go to planets and go where you want. But I hope it's more of a case of this time you actually really are being the bounty hunter this time. You know, there's still there should be a main story arc, but really you should
side quests.
Well, yeah, you should do the side quests. You go do things, get weapons, like maybe you go get like missile upgrades for doing this quest, whatever.
Yeah.
But I want that open world now because they get
sort of like Mario or what?
Not
Mario
that
64
not that open because they still have
or like Grand Theft Auto.
Not like that at all. I just want to have more freedom to do what I need to do and not make it where I had to go to this planet to unlock this skill to go to this planet to unlock that skill. I want to be able to go wherever I want.
So more like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that'd be a better example because that way you can get
all Metroid games were like that though.
Only Super Metroid. The other ones were not linear anymore. Well, excuse me, Fusion was very linear. Metroid Zero Mission was like. It wasn't super linear, but it had you get to a point where you can't go anywhere. You had to go back, and it felt like you could actually progress in the game really far. Because look, I could wall jump, I could exploit all this stuff. Like they found ways to stop you from going any further. So it's not like Super Metro where you can bypass getting the spring ball, the X-ray. You know, you could just even bypass getting all the energy tanks. You just get to the very end or something like that. You know, you can totally do that. Not even in Primes. Primes are more linear. But I want that to be a thing where, like I said, Breath of the Wild, you can still do your things. You can go to the end boss and try to fight, but you can't. But also, like in Breath of the Wild, they have those exploits where you can actually get to like the end of the temples by like setting up bombs and jumping on bombs and getting hurt and launching yourself. Yeah. Like if you get so hot that in a Metroid setting, the first person, that'd be kind of cool. Give me that. I'll be more fun with that. But don't make a game-breaking thing where, I got space jump and I can do whatever I want.
So you think, in continuity-wise, you think Metroid Prime 4 is going to be the Alien Covenant of the series?
No.
Or is it just going to be after Super Metroid, or Fusion in this case?
I kind of hope so. It'd be kind of weird to shove so much content, like a whole story arc between, I think between 1 and 2 or 2 and Super.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The one problem with that is that you fought like Ridley so many times. There's like Mecha Ridley now, and then but it's so funny because you have all these you have 3 games where fucking Samus is like a hardened badass. And then you lead up to a game where there's Project M or Other M, where she just turns into a bitch. I'm like, who the fuck wrote this? Yeah. It's like she really went through all these things. She's traumatized things. She's probably beyond the idea of PSTD, or she is like post-traumatic stress syndrome. She can manage that herself. She's a badass. She's a hard ass at this. She should be a hard ass.
Yeah,
at this
those
point.
those things kind of defined her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I mean, for sure, for some people,
so making her weak and timid.
Yeah, it just took away from because in Fusion she was actually pretty hardcore. I mean, you don't see her talking. She's talking back to the computer all the time, but you can tell she has in there she has feelings about what she's doing. It's like, hey, you guys are using me as an experiment. Fuck you, I'm gonna go do it my way. Yeah, and that's why she ends up destroying the whole thing, right? And destroying the last of the Metroids at that point, and launching all the Metroids into the Metroid home. All thus destroying all the parasites and the rest of the Metroids that are being made. Yeah, that's where Metroid really ends. Yeah, but but you see her doing that. She's so righteous about what she does, and then you have Other M, which is before Fusion. She's be a little punk bitch. Yeah, I mean, I kind of get they want to humanize her and give her partners and shit like that, but it's like, dude.
Yeah, but when you're a bounty hunter,
no, that game definitely took away from her character.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. She is she showed up in the Federation's there. She came there to investigate what's going on, and she and they go, "Hey, Samus, you're here." It's like, you know what? But I have authority over you. I demand you not to use your skills in here. Or all your abilities. So the whole time you're not really.
And she's just like, okay.
Yeah, and it's funny too. Yeah, because you have all the abilities. No, she detunes herself to compete in the whole thing because they don't want you to. She don't want you to go be too strong because they're still there.
It was a way for the game to restrict you from.
It was a dumb way.
A dumb way, but
not to mention the other ways are just as bad. But this is really bad because someone's just telling you.
Yeah, it's don't use your missiles here because the cave is too. Well, it's not stable enough to hold the impact of your super missiles or something like that.
And plus, in that game, either was this tangent, but the Other end was one where they went on a tangent where they actually retconned how Ridley was born, I guess, or how they make Ridley. And how it's like a little baby chick and turns into a giant, reptilian thing, or / dinosaur, then a typical Ridley. And I don't know, it just sounded they just took a lot of liberties which they shouldn't have, and I kind of blame Tecmo for that. Yeah. And it had a cool concept because they made Ninja Gaiden at the time, and this is gonna be Ninja Gaiden, the Metroid game. Yeah. But it didn't even do that.
No, it definitely felt a little watered down. I mean, some segments were actually pretty fun. Running around and. Blasting stuff. What'd you think of the end boss fight? For Other M?
From what I saw, I think it was the Metroid Queen.
It was a Metroid Queen.
And then
the way you had to defeat her though.
I don't remember.
It was
blind me.
It was it was and again I've never played this game. It's a game that we're going to be talking about after, but it was from the Return of Samus. The way you defeated the Queen, Metroid Queen in Other M was the same way that the way that you beat her in the Return of Samus, where you had to.
When you go inside her?
Yeah, you had to curl up into a ball, have her eat you, and then
bomb her on the inside.
Bomb her from the inside. And I think that's a cool little homage, to the to the Return of Samus.
Yeah, but you know what's funny about that? Because I was watching that, right? Yeah. Because I was watching the Let's Play the whole thing because. What else do you do at work? Yeah. So I was watching Let's Play. So that's the end boss, right? Ending habits. Then there's the real final boss, which is the ghost guy from Super Nintendo, and he's a huge ass squid thing. Obviously, he looks like a squid, right? But in this one, he's 10 times the size, and he's outside the space station. And now and what's funny about this? at this point of the game, now you could use power bombs. You were never able to use power bombs the whole time. You had access to them. But then at the very end, now you use power bombs. You had to fight the squid thing. That was like the real true final boss. But it was just like a side boss.
Yeah.
It was so weird. But they really... I think that, to be honest, that kind of killed the whole franchise. I think they just got scared of trying to do more after that because they just tarnished everything.
Yeah,
But,
then they made the spin-offs, which were, what was it, Federations?
Oh, yeah, because... I don't know.
I know. I'm happy that, Nintendo is kind of, going back to realizing, okay, this is what makes our company so special is their IPs. Mm-hmm. And
what scares me about this, to be honest, I bet you this is a knee-jerk reaction to all the fans going, or the Nintendo fans saying, hey, where's Metroid? Blah, 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 and where's F-Zero? Well, that's part of the group as well.
Sure.
But, where's Metroid? And I feel like this is going to be the make it or break it. This is going to be the Metroid 2 game on 3 that's going to come out. If that doesn't sell well, they'll be like, okay, that's one half of us not bringing back the franchise ever again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If Metroid 4 doesn't do well, that's going to be the actual nail in the coffin. And be like, hey, you know what? We're not going to do Metroid.
This is what you guys wanted.
Yeah. And if you guys can't support it, then you get the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's why when it comes out, like that's going to be the actual console seller. Cause
sure.
Initially, I'm going to get Mario Odyssey and the Switch. I'm like, now I'm really just going to wait till Metroid Prime 4.
So is it going to make it or break it?
Well, we'll see. I mean, that's the one thing. The gameplay is obviously going to be first person, but the one thing is that I'm worried about is how you went from N60 or GameCube first person where you had to play with that control scheme, and then you went from Wii, and now you're going back to Switch. So it's going to be a whole new type of way of playing it again. And who knows if they're going to have some type of motion control gimmick with it.
Well, I mean, with games like ARMS, utilizing the two Joy-Cons, I'm sure that there's definitely going to be some form of motion control, and I'd almost bet on it. Yeah. I think that there will be 2 different options to play.
That might be the deal breaker in a way, though. It's like, in my opinion, it's like you want to play Metroid, you just want to play. You don't want to. Let's say, for instance, you're taking a Switch out somewhere. Yeah. I'm gonna take out the 2 Joy-Con controllers, just sit there with my face plastered against the screen, going, "Woo! Check this shit out, guys!" Fucking exercise in front of the screen.
But that's the thing, though. Like I think that. At least I like to believe that they're going to give you options, just like
hopefully.
With ARMS. Like ARMS, you can play, like using, like boxing motions and bobbing and weaving left and right, or you could, or you can just snap the 2 Joy-Cons into the side and then play with traditional controls as if it was like a handheld. I think that's going to be really cool. Yeah, to be able to have those 2 different options. I really hope that they go for those.
Yeah, but, I mean, if they allow that option, that'd be great.
Yeah.
As for like the game itself. Debating what type of story it is, because I don't know how they're going to play off Phazon again, because you literally went to the home planet where it started and destroyed it. Yeah. You like pretty much nipped the whole Phazon in the bud, and then that should be it for Phazon. But let's see how they pull it off next time. Maybe Space Pirates still have access to it, or maybe they still have access to like other type of Metroids and whatnot. Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. I mean, and again, if it's after Metroid Fusion, that'd be kind of cool, because that would mean that we'd be playing with Samus in her new suit, and she'd still be a Metroid. Except I don't know what benefits that would be, because the only reason why you have that suit is that you can absorb parasites. So, because Metroids were the apex predator.
This might be a kind of a spoiler for those that haven't played Metroid Fusion, but did she still have the Metroid DNA within her by the end of Metroid Fusions?
I mean, there was no like epilogue thing or anything, just like your credits having it, but you do absorb the SAX parasite, which is all your original powers, which is your old suit. So you have like the ice beam, you can actually use ice and everything, but they didn't really say
those
anything.
Are parasites?
Okay, I'll go back. I'm going to go back in a second. But no, that's the whole thing. So you get the whole suit, now you're kind of immune to ice this time. That's how you defeat the Metroid queen that was still kind of gestating at the end. Yeah. And you kind of beat her and then you kill her. But there's really no mention as to if she still is. I mean, I think she still is because it's just in her veins. But I could say that she still has to have the suit because that's all embedded. Because that's the reason why they couldn't take her suit off to begin with, because of the parasite. It was already on her, so they had to surgically remove it. Yeah. That's why the suit becomes its own entity and it kind of clothes itself. But that's why when they inject her with the Metroid genes or whatever, that's what she turned into. That's what she turned into what she is now. She has like that organic look around her body, which is her permanent suit now. But it's just her suit that's not doesn't look bulky. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen it already. But going back to what was it you were saying? You were saying something about
make it or break it from Metroid Prime.
No, just before that, something about the suit. You were saying just now.
What about the suit?
No, you were saying something. I had to cut you off.
It's all it's. I thought the suit was inorganic, and all her powers are inorganic.
Well, that out of the suit, yeah, but she still has a.
But now you're saying they're parasites?
No, okay. So now we're going to talk the parasite. So on Metroid 2, they don't explain it until Metroid 4. Mm-hmm. So ever since Samus went into her eliminated, or do I say Metroid 4 because that's what Fusion is? Okay. The Super Metroid, or after Super Metroid. Mm-hmm. But anyways, so Metroid 2, you know how you go there, SR33, 38, you destroy all the Metroids, and you kind of eradicate them. But
isn't that genocide?
Well, yeah, but they're really not all destroyed, right?
Yeah.
But they're only doing that because they're such a strong force, or a thing you don't want to have.
Except for the one that helps you out.
Well, yeah, because that's like the motherly thing. But anyways, thing is, after they kill all the apex predators, which are there because they feed on the parasites that live on the planet as well. So ever since all the Metros are gone, these parasites took over, and that's why when she went back to that planet to investigate it again, she got infected by one of those, and that's why she kind of passed out, and the parasite infected her suit. And they took off all the parts that the suit got infected by. That's why the suit is called SAX. It's just Samus Aran /X Parasite. So that thing's following you around with ice beams, power bombs.
And the hyper beam?
No, not hyper beams. Not anymore. But she had all that stuff. And that's why you're always running away from her, or that clone, because it's trying to kill you. So what you need to do is fight her to take the parasite in its normal form, or its actual parasite form. Yeah. Destroy it, then absorb it to your own. And it kind of does that at the end where you kill it, it runs away, and then you go to fight the Metroid Queen, and then the parasite's there too. But you can see the parasite has a mind of his own where it's like, hey, wait a minute, we can't fight the Queen together. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna let you absorb me. So Samus takes that the power of the old suit, and that's why she defeats the Metroid Queen, because now she can utilize the ice beam. So. Because the whole time she can't get hit by ice, because like Metroids they're really vulnerable to ice. Yeah. That's why the whole time you're getting hunted down by SCX, you're getting butt blasted the whole time. Like getting 3-shot, you're almost dead. And but that's the thing. So let's say they even do that in Metroid Prime 4, if it's even a future thing, which I kind of doubt. But it'll be kind of hard to pull off another story after Metroid Prime 3. Yeah. When there's no more phase on. Kind of how you complain about, well, there's no more Metroids. So that's going to be kind of thing. So. We'll see how that turns out. I mean, I want to see more info, if there's any. But right now it's just in development, so who knows what that means.
Well, what game is halfway through development?
It's Metroid Samus Returns.
There's another Metroid game?
The 3DS one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 3DS one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw game footage of that one, and it looks cool and everything. But you know what? Unpopular opinion here, but I think it's going to turn out just like the Turtles in Time remake, the 3D remake.
That's debatable. I mean, the gameplay looks pretty solid.
The graphics...
It's 3DS graphics. I mean, it's kind of hard to...
I know. There's limitations.
We gotta kind of deal...
For me, it looks too pure.
But just how awesome would it be if there were sprites?
If
it was sprites, I'd be happy with it.
They obviously didn't want to
spend the time to draw it. Sprites,
But it's obviously they don't want to take the time for that. It's probably easier to make 3D.
Yeah.
But the gameplay at least looks kind of interesting, and it looks more hardcore, how they can still do bomb jumping and all their stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, if the gameplay is awesome, that's awesome. But visually,
it looks kind of boring.
Yeah, it looks kind of underwhelming visually.
Yeah. But hopefully, let's see if that even sells. I mean, if people really say they want to see a Metroid game and they don't support it, then that's on them. And so, I mean, I'm going to go out my way to buy a console just for Metroid Prime 4 when it comes out.
I hope people buy into it, because a lot of people talk, and
there's a lot of hot air.
The kind of people, there's a lot of hot air,
and that's the thing too, because like you can say the same shit about F-Zero. I mean, I want a new one. It'd be so great to see one on 60 FPS running on the Wii U or on the Switch now. But we're not gonna get one. I mean, it's kind of not an in-house one rather. I want to see that than a Sega version.
Yeah. So
either way, people find that one more popular. But I like my old school death metal. My death metal F-Zero X.
Speed metal.
Yeah. God, man, how did Nintendo get away with that? That was the one game
Well,
that was not Nintendo.
they needed the music to match the speed,
That's what I'm saying. But it's like
the velocity of the game.
But they could also done it all jazz, or if you listen to the jazz album of F-Zero X, it's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually all. There's like maybe 6 songs that are all from F-Zero X, but they're all in jazz.
Huh.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Right on.
And it still sounds pretty fast. Like it sounds like it would fit in the game.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, let's see what else they talked about Nintendo. Yeah. Or what?
Well, I was going to say, F-Zero music was always a little jazzy, wasn't it? Super.
I don't believe so. It was more like high. It was still kind of like.
It was more like energetic, progressive music.
Okay.
Yeah. I would have to listen to it. Like, there was only one song that kind of sounded like it had early instruments. It was like Deathwind because it had a lot of bass. Like, it was literally just all bass.
Yeah.
And that was about it. Other than that, just like there's no guitar other than what you see in 64.
Yeah.
So it's kind of out there.
Anyways, what about Sonic Forces? I think someone has a lot to say about that right now.
Go ahead, Lewis. You start.
Sonic
for
Forces.
those of you who don't know, Sonic is like Lewis's like favorite,
Yeah,
is his boy, dude.
Sonic holds a special place in my heart, and regardless of what they've done with the franchise, I always believe in the character.
Yeah,
I mean, good. even if it's in the wrong hands, I believe that at some point he'll pop back, and he will, as we know with Sonic Mania. But yeah, we'll say that till later. Sonic Forces. It looks like Sonic Generations 2 with kind of custom created characters, and
that part with the whip. Sorry, I just had to come in.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Like,
so it's like there's two Sonics here.
There's two Sonics. One of them is classic Sonic, and the other is modern Sonic.
So there's no chili dog Sonic. So,
but there's no Saturday morning cartoon Sonic, which is always
wish.
With Jaleel White, who I would love. Yeah,
Did I do that?
I
wish he said that.
I'm waiting. Yeah. Some of you may not know. Jaleel White or Steven Urkel from
Steve
Urkel.
And we have kids.
Vaporware.
You guys don't know. It's alright.
Yes. Yeah. He was Jaleel White, which was the actor for Steve Urkel, was the voice actor for Sonic, which was awesome. He sounded just like him. He also voiced some other characters within the Sonic universe, his sister and his brother.
What?
So yeah.
Good. I pass all that. Just go.
Yeah.
Back to Sonic Forces.
Yeah. That was Sonic Underground, but Sonic Underground, but Sonic Forces.
So it's like, are they like on the united front here? I mean, I don't get it.
Well, if their first Sonic Generations, it's almost like in a way Kingdom Hearts, where the worlds are breaking apart, blah blah blah.
Again,
or they're stealing all their colors or crap like that. I forget. I honestly forget the story because I just played the game.
Yeah, it was the idea was two Robotniks, one classic and then one modern.
So one Egghead and one Robotnik, or
pretty much it was Dr. Eggman and then
Eggman,
which was the classic, which was the classic Robotnik.
Well, I do recall though the ending was pretty hilarious though.
Yeah, ending was pretty funny.
About time.
And then they had the newer Robotnik, which is more known today as Eggman. Like in Japan he was Dr. Eggman, but we grew up, me, Omero, and Daniel. We grew up with Dr. Robotnik, and the name just sounds cooler. It's debatable, but I mean,
he had his own game.
I like.
It's not Dr. Eggman's Mean Bean Machine.
Yeah,
it's Dr. Robotnik's.
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. And
that from history.
Yeah, that was they started the whole Eggman thing started around Sonic Adventure 1 when they started making fun of him and calling him Eggman, and then what was it? Sonic Adventure 2, they still called him Robotnik, but then they started using Eggman a whole lot more.
I think people just got used to the fact.
Yeah, a lot of people just got I guess it was like easier to say or something. I don't know. But I don't know. Eggman versus Robotnik. I think Robotnik sounds a lot cooler. I think Robotropolis, which was the giant robo-utopian city that he wanted to create, sounded a lot cooler than Eggman Land. which was.
I still like Death Egg.
Or
Death like that makes it's so egg, but hey, it's Death Egg. It's like, that still sounds pretty legit.
It sounds cool. I mean, I know what I knew what they were going for.
Sega. But go on.
But anyways, sorry. So tangents. Sonic Forces. Yeah, I guess the main appeal to that game is it's Sonic Generations, but only the main star of the game is you.
Yes, it's you, Lewis. You're gonna make yourself.
Yes, I finally get to create.
You're gonna make your emo version of yourself.
Lewis the cat hedgehog squirrel thing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what? All that aside, I kind of hope that's not something you have to do. I really hope you just play Sonic the whole time.
That would be cool, but I really think that your character is the star of the show. That's what
It seems like it.
I hope not.
That's what they're making it. That's what they're making it look like.
What really kills me about the trailer though is the fact that they really went out of the way to make him really. I don't know if I should say unique's not the good word. They really went out of the way to make the character that you create, I guess, in the CG one. It's just the dumbest thing possible. Like, hey, let's throw how many sections we can have on her face. Stupid. I'm sorry, but the whip thing really got to me.
Yeah, flamethrower. You can have your gadgets and everything like that. A lot of those parts seem kind of scripted. Yeah, scouter.
I'm okay with that.
Glasses, earpiece.
But it's just every like Sonic Furry's like wet dream right here going on. Because the fan base is so weird and out there.
It's what breaks my heart about this trailer is that it looks so cool.
It's cool.
It looks so cool.
I'm only thinking Chris Benoit, the main character, which is the custom character. I just want a black slate in front of him.
For people that are listening and think we're like totally bashing the fact that you can create your own character, okay, let's take this in another context. What if like the new Mario game came out and you don't even play as Mario, you play as a creative character? The name Paisano, It's like that'll take away from Mario and Luigi, and I think doing a creative character.
Well, shit. I mean,
it's the same thing where you're the main character, and obviously it happens that way. But it shouldn't take away from Sonic. I think he should be there to assist Sonic as a creative character.
Yeah, Sonic since the beginning has never been about you. It's always been about Sonic. There's never been a creative character.
That's why it's called Sonic the Hedgehog.
You're not you and Sonic and friends.
since the I don't know. At least I feel like since the Dreamcast, Sonic Adventure 1, they started incorporating more of Sonic's buddies and everything a lot more. I know we had Sonic 2, and that's
there was also Heroes.
I feel like they're trying to make
Sonic Adventure is what started a lot of that out, where you got to play as his different friends and he has different characters.
And I think number 2 was like you could choose the counterparts on the evil side.
Yeah, you could Shadow. You can get
Rouge.
Rouge, and you
Robotic.
can get.
I think it's just those 3.
No, sorry, guys.
It should be
Robotic, Rouge, and Shadow.
Instead of create a character, you should be able to play any character from the mythos.
So I mean,
if that's the limitations though, that's why when you play.
I mean, like that, for example, look at a Mario game. Wouldn't it be cool? It's like you could pick up Luigi or Princess Toadstool.
Sure, like
Toad.
like Mario 2.
Yeah, or Yoshi.
Or they have done that though with Super Mario World, with the Super Mario 3D World.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean. That's like asking for Sonic Adventure 3, which is what a lot of fans were asking for, being able to play as like Tails again, being able to play as Knuckles again.
Well, like Tails is in without the suit, or Tails
without the suit. I like that. I like to see that.
But that's the thing, though. You have to really, if you're gonna make that, you gotta have to make them kind of worthwhile. I mean, in this case, you can't play. You won't be able to play Knuckles in the Sonic versions of the game where you have to run really fast. I mean, granted, he could do that, but honestly, he's not really that fast. He's not as fast as Sonic. He doesn't jump,
This is why I enjoyed...
Tails will probably break it, to be honest.
But this is why I enjoyed Sonic Adventure 1 the best. Out of all like the modern 3D games, I really feel like Sonic Adventure 1 was the best out of those games. Because each of those characters that you played as felt different. Yeah. A lot of people like Sonic Adventure 2... I feel like it has like a more of a following than Sonic Adventure 1. I feel like Sonic Adventure 1 had
because that Chow Garden
more varied. Well, there's Chow Garden too. But
that took precedent over everything right there. It's like once you get that's like that's a tangent, but that's where replay value came in for that whole game.
Yeah,
it was so good.
But when with a SA1, you got to play Sonic, which was classic race through the stages as fast as you possibly can. When you played through as Tails, it felt more like a racing game. It was Tails trying to prove to himself that he could catch up with Sonic, which was really cool about the character. It's like it's kind of showing he wants to be like his idol, and so it's pretty much you racing through these stages trying to beat Sonic. And like if you made it to the end before he did, then you beat the stage, and at the very end he realizes that he can do things on his own and that he doesn't need Sonic. He can be his own person. Knuckles was was more of like a treasure hunting, like find the different emerald pieces. Big the Cat was a fishing simulator. And Amy Rose felt more like a traditional like Mario style platformer. But that was what I loved about that game so much, is that it was rough around the edges, but it was varied, and it at the end it brought it back to the character that it's supposed to be based around, which was the Blue Blur himself, which was Sonic.
Oh, not Mega Man? No, just kidding.
That's the Blue Bomber.
He can go pretty fast.
Yeah.
Blue Bomber, man.
With the help of Rush. But you see what I mean. It's Sonic Adventure 2. You got to play 6 different characters, but the reality of it was you got to play as 3 different characters.
You got to play three different play styles.
Yeah, 3 different play styles, and that was literally it. I mean,
Not to mention the Knuckles play style was really. I thought that was kind of the most boring.
It was and it was annoying too.
Yeah. I mean, it got to the point where I just literally followed the pings. I don't really care about reading anymore.
Yeah,
because I kind of knew where everything was at that time.
Yeah. But
the Tails and Robotnik, those are pretty fun. I gotta admit. Except we land on a place where you did like the what was it, the Egyptian one where you just hit the sand and you straight up die.
Yeah,
that's no fun. But
I'm sorry.
No, go on.
Sorry, just to kind of like touch up on Sonic Adventure 1. E102 Beta for Sonic Adventure 1. I forgot that character. That felt like. And that was again another completely different play style where it's kind of like a shooting gallery as you're going through the stages. And in Sonic Adventure 2, they brought that back with Tails and Robotnik being able to shoot from their robots and stuff. Yeah. But go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but that's the thing. At least playing the Tails and Robotnik stuff was kind of fun. But it got to the point where it was kind of the controls were so wonky with that. I mean, it had the auto aiming thing, but once you started moving, because it was just weird because you couldn't really the walking tank mode thing, which is really weird because it didn't really moved so weird and it was so loose and floaty. It wasn't like it didn't really feel grounded. And the whole time when you want to play the game, Sonic Adventure Battle 2, like when you played as Sonic just running through the whole stage or Shadow, that was just a better game altogether. It was just really fun.
Well, you can grind on the on the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah. No, that was cool.
But I mean, for the rest of the stuff, it's just like, man, they were just trying to be ambitious and just not trying to do what they did before. I mean, it only took them till Generations where they realized, or actually probably the Game Boy Advance games as well. But it only took them till Generations to realize, hey, you know what? People still want to play the side scroll game. Yeah. So minus the Generations part too. Part.
Also, the DS games. A very, very underlooked Sonic game, Sonic Rush.
The Bioware one?
No. That was the Sonic RPG. No, yeah. Sonic Rush was was a game that not a lot of people pay attention to, but I feel like it's up there with some of the best 2D Sonic games because it added a new mechanic. You had the ability to hold on a button whilst you're running and boost and go even faster than you did before, and I always joked around that was really what blast processing was because Sonic went fast in that game.
Yeah.
But when you pressed the Y button, you can boost and go even faster. And you had a meter that would deplete every time.
Yeah. Well, they added that mechanic in not the werewolf one. Unleashed,
No.
Yeah,
it was in Sonic Unleashed as well. Yeah,
but I mean that's when they took it to the 3D mode.
Yeah,
that was because they actually made the game more fun. Because I remember Adventure 2 when I played it, it was kind of I got spin dash go a little faster. But this one, you literally you get the range and I get the strength to go faster.
Well, yeah, when you use the spin dash in the original Sonic games, you got to go fast, but you had to kind of halt and kind of pause that action.
Yeah.
To press down and mash the buttons a lot in order to do that do that move. Whereas Sonic Rush, you're running through the stages, and then you press the button, and then you take off even quicker.
Yeah.
That felt like a true evolution of the 2D Sonic games, and something that was much needed in the franchise.
But look at that, they don't even have it anymore.
They don't. In fact, they made a Sonic Rush 2, which went backwards and made it more of an exploration game where you play as Sonic, which you were on a jet ski going from different islands to different islands, just trying to.
Do you remember? Do you remember Sonic 4's mechanic, which slowed the game down hella?
Oh, the homing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. It seemed kind of neat, but at the same time, it slowed the game down when I was playing. I was like, this is horrible.
Yeah.
That
whole game just felt slower.
Well, the whole slow in a way, the game felt slow, and the release of the game felt slow because they gave it to you in parts.
Yeah,
they didn't even give you the whole game.
No, they didn't. It was so far apart that the second part felt like it played a lot better than the first part.
Yeah. Anyways,
well.
So we gotta get back to the
Sonic tangent there.
Well, given the Sonic game though, as much as we ragged on the creative player, I think that's a really cool element to add to any kind of video game.
It's a neat element,
especially when I play my wrestling games. I want to create my own wrestler, and in this way you get to create something not in your likeness, but something that you want to play, something that you think is cool and play with and whatnot.
Yeah, there better be a shirt with an exclamation mark on it. And I better be able to.
Anyways, I think that's a really cool thing. Obviously we all don't agree with it, but they're trying.
It's a thing. Where Sonic Team and Sega are stepping up.
Well, we gotta see if what ends up selling more. The
Sonic Mania or Sonic, what's it called?
No, Sonic Forces or the Sonic Mania, yeah. So we'll see which one actually prevails because honestly, I'm pretty sure Sega is really wondering if the classic way is the way to go or we can go this new route where people will still eat it up. So who knows?
I think the fan base is too split at this point in time.
Well, to be honest, like
how are you going to unite the fan base?
Let's assume this is the fan base the furry fan base will probably get both for sure. We'll get the forces like, oh man, I can make a character. I can make my fanfic characters.
make my character, and then cosplay him.
Yeah, but then you have like oh man, I don't want to see that.
That's gonna happen, dude.
Yeah, and they're gonna be like, hey, who are you? Oh, I'm the character I made myself of in Sonic Forces.
Oh, dude, you'll see this.
But that's what DeviantArt's for.
Do you see what these? But. So we're gonna have that, right? But then I think all the people that aren't for me, I would play Forces if it wasn't for the creative character because I know I had to use that character.
Yeah,
that's why I'm gonna go lean toward Mania because it's something that I always wanted ever since Sonic Adventure Battle 2. It's like, man, I just want to play an old school Sonic game. I mean, Generations had the same thing, and then when I saw Sonic Mania, I'm like, whoa, this is just straight up Sonic.
Yep.
Like how it's just straight fast and just go right. Give me that. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, like you're totally right. There is split, but I think the fur is going to probably eat up both. Or maybe probably outsell on Forces a little.
Well, we'll see when Comic-Con comes around.
Oh, I know, right? Or the furry convention over here.
It'll be the Sonic Mayhem or Sonic Forces Furry.
Sonic Mayhem.
Okay, well, what about Sonic Mania?
Oh, man. I think
what's that? Is that a remake or what?
No, the game, like when you watch the trailer, the game kind of speaks for itself. But It's a
Preparing to watch the trailer.
Yeah, it's the true evolution of classic 2D Sonic. It's not like Sonic 4, or anything like that. It is the next step.
All right. Let me just take a look up here if you want.
I like to call it the true Sonic 4. It is Sonic the Hedgehog 4.
Bold.
I do want to say that's like a true Sonic 4, but at the same time, I don't know. Well, we gotta see if there's an actual story because it seems like it's just a collection of stages.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know, huh?
So there hasn't really been a story. Mind you, this trailer has some really bad music. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's something about this happy-go-lucky EDM crap. I'm done for.
I kind of miss the Sonic CD trailer. Like that high energy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're talking about.
But see, like, look, what you see here is totally classic. I don't know why the FPS is really bad, but it's just all classic. I mean, that looks like a Sega CD stage for sure.
It does.
But they haven't really shown anything about that yet. There's Flying Battery Zone. These bosses look cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, all it is just the original game with higher frame rates for like more sprites than usual. But we'll see. I mean, it just looks great, and it's just Sonic, or at least it's just Sonic and Knuckles.
You know what? But to be completely honest, I think it's something that the series needs. Look at this. It's simple. There's no, oh man, there's no Shadow. There's no.
Well, it's the original crew.
There's no Silver.
It's the characters that you played as.
Maybe it just really needs to be Sonic versus Robotnik. That story, like it was. To me, it was always nature versus industry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's all you really needed. You didn't need this like super complicated story. I mean, you're playing a game out of blue.
Well, that's the thing though. Like I want to. That's my problem.
With attitude.
Because I remember seeing like the first gameplay of it, and it's all, hey, like I mean, granted, I don't know if that's like the final product. But they had the character selection or the stage selection. There's like the Mirage Zone or whatever, and then there's like the Green Hill Zone. Choose one. It's like, well, what does that do for me if there's a story? If not, because I like Sonic and Knuckles 3 because it still had that narrative that you kind of see going on in the background. You kind of understand like, okay, Robotnik's still chilling here. You killed him the first time, but now he's coming back to build Death Egg again to go back up there.
Yeah.
And so, but I want to know if that's what you're gonna get here. Are we gonna get that? Are we gonna get a story? Who knows? I wish there's some type of narrative.
I hope so. I mean,
it doesn't have to be spoon fed to me, but I just want to make sure there's an actual entity
there's
out
some
there.
Underlying story that's going on in the background.
If Sonic and Knuckles can do it, I'm pretty sure they can pull it off of this. If they try.
It looks like a great game, but ultimately, I think it's just it'll be like the first couple of days, the first week. Everybody's going to talk about it, and then that's it. No one's going to care. I think the game is only really for people in our generation.
Yeah.
And that's it. And our people in our generation, sadly, there's not many of us. So, not to take anything away from the particular game, it's something that looks like I'll enjoy with it. But getting older now, it's just I don't know if I'm going to invest the time.
But that's the thing, though. There's not really a lot of time to invest in this game. It's the original Sonic, you never really invested a lot of time playing them.
I agree, but
it's not like you're playing an RPG game.
No. What I'm trying to say though is like back in the day, playing Sonic 2 and 3, I'll keep on playing those games, keep on playing them, and keep on playing them. While this one looks great and amazing, I just feel like I'm going to have one run through and that's it. Put it away.
What made you play them before, though?
Huh?
What made you want to play constantly over and
over? Well, there was no internet back then.
Well, besides it, I mean, looking back right now, it's like I could literally play like Sonic 1 and 2 and 3 and go play through the whole thing again. I mean, it was fun.
I didn't own a Sega Genesis. Remember?
We didn't own it at all.
So when we did play, it was always at my cousin's house.
Yeah.
So.
But the thing is, sorry, go on, Lewis.
I think that's kind of a testament to, what we all had to go through when we were younger playing these games. Is that we didn't have a lot of money. We didn't have a lot of money. We didn't get to have a lot of options for games, and there were options back then. We just didn't.
We were pretty cautious with it because freaking games back there were $60, $80 in 1990s and 1980s money, not today's money.
But everybody's place.
Majority of the games though were actually worth the money though, for the money you pay.
Sure, no, absolutely.
I agree.
Game was granted back then they were more complete. And you can kind of say like Sonic 3 wasn't even a complete game until the Sonic & Knuckles cartridge came out. It was pretty much the expansion pack.
Yeah.
So now the game was fully complete. But the thing is, though, I think this game's gonna have like a lot of replay value because I mean, also all it is just time attacks if you really think about it.
Yeah.
You're just playing a game to run through it. I mean, this one might have better. I mean, I haven't even seen any. I haven't seen of anything about like special stages yet. So I don't know how you're supposed to get emeralds yet. I know.
Or whether or not there will be a Supersonic,
or it's just probably a collection of stages.
Well, I think there is because they at least in some of the videos I saw some rings, like big rings, but it was like a wireframe ring. It wasn't a true ring. So I don't know if maybe it's just not part of the game, or you have to activate, or maybe he didn't have enough rings. He didn't have 50 at the time, so
yeah,
who knows? Because I know if you go to the boxes in like or the stages in number 3, the rings don't even show up if you don't have 50.
Yeah.
So in this one, I think it's just there to show you, hey, you need more rings.
Sure.
But I mean,
so
we'll see though.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm excited for it. I mean, I know a lot of it's like remixed stages, but
things with the remix, besides Green Hill Zone, like looking at Chemical Plant Zone, that was a straight. I love the fact that they took the creativity that you can't have now or you can't have back then, because back then the technology wasn't there for it.
Yeah.
It looks like it wasn't there for it. Now you have all this technology to actually pull off these cool gimmicks that are actually pretty interesting and actually make sense for the stage. Like Chemical Plant Zone, to actually have like changing actual like water. There's no more. At least I haven't seen it yet. But there's no more sections where you just straight up fall into the water and die, and no more chances of drowning. Like that was like the hardest thing to do in that game.
Yeah.
And if you mess up one little jump going slow mo in the water, you're done for.
Yeah.
So it might be totally different in this case, and who knows? It might be like.
I think fans for the original Sonic stuff, are gonna find a really cool throwback in this game.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for it. I'm gonna enjoy playing it.
The thing is, though, it's a cool throwback, but I kind of hope if it does good, they keep going with it, because they brought back the Mega Bands and like 9 and 10.
Well, yeah, that's after fans were screaming about it.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's cool. But at least Capcom actually did it.
They did it, yeah.
But the problem is that I just hope it's probably that they make more. I mean, that'd be kind of cool, because this is actually really neat. Because they're working with sprites on that for the Mega Man 9 and 10, and this is actually pretty nice looking for what it is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
but if I was a kid, I'm going to be picking up Sonic Forces as opposed to Sonic Mania.
I wouldn't. I'd be getting both.
Yeah,
and some people would. Some people would.
And what's to say that that you can't enjoy both? I mean, I'm sure
you can enjoy both.
Yeah.
I'm just
of the two options.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean,
but hey, awesome game. If this was the '90s, I'd be all over this, dude. I'd be like, ugh.
Oh well.
It just sucks that Polygon can't play for shit when you see the videos.
So hey, you know what? So that's Sonic Forces, or wait, Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania.
Where that's something to look forward to. Those that are listening, as soon as the game comes out, we're probably going to have a let's play on that one.
Absolutely.
No, not probably. We will, because
we will. And then we're going to gush about how awesome the game is, because it is.
That's debatable.
I will have. Well,
I'm going to be critical about it.
I will have beaten it well over 20 times by then.
Well, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to reminisce on some of the old stages and whatnot.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool too, because I don't even think it's gonna be all the old. It's already redone, like Flying Battery Zone. It's not even the original. I'm like, that's gonna be cool.
Yep.
The music though.
Well, hey, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So let's look at Sonic's rival over here.
Let's see, the plumber himself,
Mr. Mario.
Mario Odyssey.
Hey Mario, what?
Mario Odyssey. I like it. I think it looks awesome. There's not a lot of people that would probably contest that.
I think it's awesome. I like the hats. The hats are a throwback to Mario 3.
I think the biggest thing the biggest thing
throwback to 64 actually.
Yeah, and
as well. Yeah.
That's that, and that was my thing. I think the biggest question is, will it be Mario 64? Will it be the successor to Mario 64? Because since then we've had we've had Galaxy, which didn't really allow you as much freedom as Mario 64.
What about Sunshine?
Sunshine Sunshine, you had the freedom, but you were confined to the gimmick of
Jetpack.
Bubble Pack.
Flood. That was his name. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Flood.
Which cool in its own right. I think that it was a neat little thing for you to do.
Well, the cool thing about that game though is the fact that you actually had a grounded world. It wasn't just a castle of paintings.
Yeah.
So like you literally were in like the main hub.
Yeah.
You can see the whole place, and you can actually see the main hub from other stages. Like it was cool. You were actually in a cool place.
Yeah.
That's what was fun about it. I mean, it felt like it just felt really grounded compared to like Galaxy's a whole other story to begin with, but. Gameplay wise though, Galaxy kind of suffered because it wasn't the same way as acrobatic as 64 and maybe Sunshine. But Sunshine kind of limited yourself because, like I said before, there was always those segments where they took the flood away. Yeah. So it turned into Mario 64 where you actually had to learn how to play. But granted, that's what hopefully Odyssey's kind of like that, where you can actually do a lot of acrobatic stuff again. And
it certainly looks like it. So
yeah.
But I'm kind of curious how to play with the hat, the possession stuff. That looks pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, it definitely feels less confining than a game, like a really awesome game, by the way, like Mario 3D World, which was well received by fans.
I think that's the one I got with. Wait, that's not the catsuit one, is it?
It is the catsuit one.
Okay, that's the one I got on my Wii U, and that was kind of meh. It was cool, and it's funny too because when I played as Mario in the stage, it felt like Mario 64, but it didn't look like Mario. It was still top down or side scrolling. It kind of had that angle was
view where it's like panned out.
Yeah, I didn't really like that much.
I think they did that because of the multiplayer aspect of it all. They had to pan out.
But the other multiplayer one was actually good. Remember the side scrolling one prior to that?
It was new Super Mario Brothers.
I shouldn't say good. I think it was pretty frustrating. Yeah. Because you had to tell people, hey, just turn in the damn bubble. Let me run through the stage real quick. Yeah. That's what it was half the time. Because everyone's like, what do I do?
Yeah. No. Odyssey looks fun. It looks really cool, and this is gonna have a multiplayer aspect to it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah. I think it has something to do with like player controlling cap or something. I don't know.
I really hope that's not the case. That sounds like Mario Galaxy shit.
Yeah, where you control.
With the cap, from what I understand, I think the cap you could toss it on any bad guy and control that bad guy.
Yeah,
so you could toss it on Bullet Bill.
That's definitely the main gimmick of this game.
But it's also like the hat itself is alive. But that's what I'm thinking. The only aspect I could think is multiplayer is maybe if you take control of their possession and you still control Mario, who knows?
Yeah.
But
how about this thing, dude? It's like I'm looking at the character list on the all-knowing Wikipedia. No Luigi. What the fuck?
No Luigi. So far,
but
no Luigi.
But I'll tell you, of the characters that show up, I'll tell you what is really cool to me.
What's that?
Pauline.
Oh, the original?
Mario's original main squeeze. She kind of returns.
How's kind of returns?
Well, she returns. Sorry, yeah. But no, she returns as the mayor of New Donk City, which is awesome. Obviously I'm sure it's one of the many worlds that you can play in. But yeah, it's all Donkey Kong themed, and yeah, you have Pauline, which was if you've played Donkey Kong, she was the girl on that you're trying to save. She's on the side cabinet. She has like a red dress. And she's kind of calling up to Mario as Donkey Kong's like carrying her away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she returns in this game as a character, and she's I think one of the side missions is you are trying to retrieve members of her band, which kind of ties into the song that plays during the trailer.
No, it's not the real song though.
So.
Well, I mean, I hope that's just the song they have for the trailer. I hope it's something different in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is a longer version of that song, but I believe that song is going to be in the game.
Okay, I guess. Whatever.
It's cheesy. It's fun. I dig it.
It can't be cheesy and fun.
This is one thing that really just surprised me. That's really cool about a little throwback for me. I'm reading here that there's a uniform there's a lot of uniforms in the game, and one of them is a blue football uniform, and it's the same outfit that the Sergeant Chucks from SNES wear, and they wear the number 64 for an homage to
Mario 64.
And I was like, damn, that's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's so cool. And then, since we already talked about the poncho, it looks like that whole character's a throwback to another character that wore it too. From 1990?
Yeah.
81, I mean. So that's pretty cool.
Well, one of the suits that I saw that he...
It's from Kicks, right? Or
Kicks, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the suits that I saw in the game that really stood out to me, and they showed it for just a brief moment, was the suit from Mario Golf.
Yeah, they have it here too.
The red, white, and blue striped suit was really cool. Now, I wonder if they're going to have, and granted, he doesn't wear a hat for this, but the referee suit from Punch-Out. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of neat, but it doesn't incorporate a hat, really. So.
Well, if you want me to do a roll call, there's going to be the Mario suit, obviously, a black suit.
Yeah, like it's kind of like a zoot suit.
The poncho, there's going to be an explorer outfit, so it's like probably safari, a wedding outfit, a chef's uniform, a golfer's uniform, a wetsuit, a blue football uniform, and a builder outfit.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's pretty cool. They have a lot of cool things.
And that's not including all the characters that you can possess.
But it's like, dude, big game, no Luigi.
You don't need him.
No.
Luigi has.
I'm tired of this. I'm tired of freaking Luigi always being number 2.
But that's what they already did his thing.
Wait,
a
what?
couple years ago.
Wait, what? Oh, what was this thing?
The year of Luigi, where it was all about Luigi. It was Dark Luigi. It was all this thing just about Luigi. He was the meme of the year.
Luigi had his own movie.
He did?
Oh no!
In the Mario Brothers movie.
That's kind of true.
He was the main character.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he should be like the star of this new game. I'm just saying, why can't you put him in there, dude? Sonic has freaking fucking tails, and Knuckles.
Is Nails a custom character?
Yeah, that's gonna be my custom character.
Nails the porcupine.
Yeah, dude, you got it. But what I'm saying though is that Sonic, even a creative character for our first player, right?
Yeah.
And we still can't have Weegee.
Well, why do you need Weegee? He wasn't even in Mario 64.
Huh? But he was in every other. Dude, everybody wanted Weegee in Mario 64.
Well, yeah, we got Yoshi though. Actually, I wanted Yoshi.
And not only that, dude, but it's like
he wasn't in Sunshine either.
Take it up.
Yoshi gets his own.
Not to mention Sunshine. It was just Mario with Peach on vacation. So
yeah.
I mean, you want to third wheel it with Luigi?
Always working while freaking the girlfriend's out on vacation. But dude, it's like they can also kick it up a notch and not just have Luigi. You can play as Wario or Waluigi.
Well, they did that with the remake on the 3D, the DS a long time ago.
Yeah, that's DS. So I'm talking about a real console.
Yeah, but I mean, honestly, it's not really too much of a concern for me. It's like, that's cool. I still want to play as Mario.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think that Luigi was the best Ghostbusters game I've ever played.
Also, too, where in the world is Mario? Mario's missing.
Yeah, that game
came and went. But hey, man, that was a Luigi game. But great, that's it. he had his chance.
So I think Nintendo has shown that Luigi really, he's an awesome character, and I think that he needs his own game. But if they do his game, it needs to be. I'm not saying he should have his own game. I'm just saying, why can't he bring it on this thing? He has had his time to shine a lot, and I think, look at what's it the latest. Or no, not the latest. It was the game before. It was a Mario RPG game. It was called.
Was that with both of them, right?
Dream Team. Mario and Luigi Dream Team. It was part of the Mario and Luigi style games, where essentially you travel into Luigi's dreams, and you got to see a lot of. It was kind of cool. Like you got to see a lot of what Luigi felt on the inside. He always feels like he's second banana. He always feels like he's trying to
being put down.
Yeah, being put down. Always seen as second best. That was a really cool dynamic. So if you're looking for a really good Luigi game, I recommend that all of you play Mario and Luigi Dream Team. That's a really good look into. How Luigi wants to see himself, because there are certain boss fights where you play as a giant version of Luigi, how he wants to see himself, where he's bigger than life and bigger than his brother. and and he's trying to show up Mario, and so it's they do have Luigi games out there.
Okay, well, and, it's a really good explanation. But I really didn't know about that game either. So
it's out there.
I thought that's really cool. I think I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
But going back to my point, not only is Luigi not playable in this game, he's not even in it.
Yeah.
He's not even in it. There's Princess Peach, Captain Toad, Paulina.
But I don't know how.
Bowser's in it.
I'm just trying to figure out why you're so upset.
Huh? Because he was there since like the first freaking Mario game.
Yeah, but it's player 2, and then he didn't really do anything different. The only time he had a character was when.
But he was different in Super Mario Bros. 2.
Yeah, he was different. And
I'm not talking about the 4-player one. I'm talking about the actual.
Yeah, but when it came down to he didn't have any character until later in the 64 games, and that was after Mario 64.
Yeah, but point is,
he showed up in the DS game.
But he's not even part of the supporting cast. Or not even an NPC in this game.
But why does he need to be one, though?
Huh? Well, why not? Well, okay, why does Knuckles or Tails have to be in Sonic?
Oh, no, that's up to Sega to decide. Hmm? But in this case, they already made a game about Mario, and it's just his story. It's his Odyssey. It's not Mario Odyssey.
And Luigi can't be part of it?
I don't know. They didn't write him into that. I mean, they could if they wanted to, but the thing is, though, I'm saying I'm not.
You're making excuses for one franchise and not excuses for
no, because I honestly look at my demeanor about the game. The game's cool, whatever, but I'm not here to complain about the fact that they're missing a Luigi character.
No, I'm bothered by it. I'm bothered. It's like why is he not in it?
Because
why don't you let's go write a letter to Nintendo in pen.
Putting Luigi in the game, I feel like would kind of take away from the narrative that they have going.
You can't be in the game. It's like pat it back to Mario. Hey, good job.
Well, I mean, they would have to show. I feel like if you put Luigi in a game now, it would have to be, what can I do
to help
to one up Mario, because that's kind of his like in Luigi's story now is, how much better can I be than Mario? And then he would have his own side story of, look what I'm doing. What happened in Mario Galaxy? What was it? Mario Galaxy 2, I believe, where he went on his own quest. Like it was one of the extra gameplay modes, which was really cool. Yeah. After you beat the game with Mario, you get to play as Luigi and his quest to find his own shine sprites or whatever. And the game was a lot harder. He controlled differently. Obviously, Luigi played a lot floatier. But it was always about how he can go on his own adventure. I feel like if you incorporate Luigi, there has to be some sort of like rivalry there. What else did they do that with? Paper Mario. I think it was Super Paper Mario, where like Luigi's kind of going on his own journey to find his special one. So I feel like that just kind of.
So is he like the Charlie of Guile or what?
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
or vice versa.
Less. I don't know.
It's more like Guile's family than to Guile. It's not Charlie. It's more like here's Guile, here's Mario, and then there's Guile's family that in the cut, so you don't really have to worry about.
Yeah, because Charlie felt like a big part of Guile's story,
and he's actually better than Guile, so because he taught Guile. So
because Luigi's better too. No.
But the thing is,
definitely.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though, because when I see that, I'm like, man, it's a Mario game. It's a new. Well, technically, it should have been a launch title, but every single iteration of new Mario, it's always been like, hey, Mario 64 Mario game.
Yeah.
Mario Galaxy, Mario, or I guess the second one had his, but they said it was after the game.
Yeah.
Then Sunshine was a Mario game. I mean, you always start out with just Mario, Super Mario World. I mean, you can still play as Luigi, but he's not really Luigi. He's just Mario in a different color.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily like, hey, he's Luigi in the game. He has his own thoughts and in character. No, he's not. He's not. Like I say, he's not a character until the side games that were in N64 where he actually had a character going.
Yeah.
I mean, even in like Smash Bros, he wasn't really. He was like he kind of himself. That's the only time he actually had some type of character. He's different, but I mean, other than that, he's not. he's just doesn't. He's not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I would like to see.
His shadow.
Oh, please.
There we go. There we go.
Now, what I would like to see is, if they do another Luigi game, they will do another Luigi game.
Oh, sure.
I'd like to see an evolution of his character. If I know Mario games have never been about, oh my goodness, there's a grandiose story, but I would like to see a little bit more confidence in the character himself instead of always being scared, like that.
Always be like high pitched sounding for.
Yeah, like, oh my god, this thing's gonna kill me, and I have to,
Stop being a pussy, Luigi.
Yeah,
the game.
Yes, thank you. Yes, yeah. I want to see him kind of, kind of. For lack of a better term, man up and just kind of be
grow a backbone.
His own character. I think that's
the only time. Like I feel like if they want to make a game where a Mario game that has Luigi in it, the only time you can really have that is that's when you need to introduce the actual villains of that would be Mario or Wario and Waluigi, and not Bowser. And that'd be a cool ass rivalry because you have two brothers against two brothers, and that's a good reason to actually implement Luigi.
Yeah.
This one you have Mario versus Bowser, and Bowser doesn't give a fuck about Luigi.
No.
He only gives a fuck about Peach, which is his wife, which he thinks is his wife, and I'm pretty sure that's where Bowser Jr. came out because he probably had an affair sometime. But it's about Mario because Mario wants to get his wife back or his wifey back. But where's Luigi in the equation? Nowhere. He's not a third wheel. He's nothing. He's not in there. He's an afterthought.
For that, it would have to be a Luigi kind of on a quest to save Daisy. Which was kind of seen
seems
as,
like she can handle herself too.
Yeah. Daisy,
which is scary.
Yeah. Which is that? Again,
what the fuck, guys?
Would be a neat dynamic.
Yeah.
You know what? I just want to see a goddamn Mario RPG, like a real sequel to the Super Nintendo Mario RPG.
We ain't gonna give one, but we're getting right now. It's Mario Odyssey.
I know. But I just
in the future though, I mean, it depends though. I mean, if they could pull out Metroid out of their ass, and maybe let's say one day pull F-Zero out of their ass, they might go out of the way and go, "Hey, Square, stop working with Disney. Let's make a game."
Yeah.
That's all they have to do.
Yeah,
but
just
hell, they could even make. Why don't they just make a Kingdom Hearts? Just remove Disney and make it Mario with Square Enix worlds or whatnot. You could totally pull shit like that. They have enough of a universe for that.
Yeah.
And make an action RPG. I'll go for that. That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome.
I mean, make a third party character that from both worlds or some shit. Make another Sora or like a dumb Sora this time or something. I don't know.
Oh god.
But yeah, but you know what I mean though. It'll happen eventually. I think we got to get to this one first of this real first official Mario game on a new console.
Well, I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Hopefully I get around to playing it. I said I was going to get a Switch just for it when it comes out, but I'm still holding. I'm going to hold out for Metroid Prime 4 for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, from like the EA conference, going back to that, because that's what this was actually about.
Bit of a tangent.
The only thing that was actually interesting besides that was the fact that they actually manned up and said we're making a console version of Pokemon, which is kind of interesting. Which kind of loosened the fact, it kind of loosened the idea of like it's about time they wanted to go away from handheld and make Switch, which I hope in the future. I don't think it's going to happen, but it'd be neat in my eyes. Is if they abolish everything handheld and just go with the Switch and make that the new handheld / console.
Well, I think that's the route that they're trying to go.
Because I mean, if they could pull people onto the Switch from DS for Pokemon, they don't have to make DS games anymore.
No, not at all. and
there's no reason for it at this point.
The Switch is so young, and it just like the 3DS. Like the 3DS didn't really show its colors until I want to say like
until they got a bigger screen.
I feel like it was like a year into its life cycle when they started getting like real heavy hitters that weren't just like retreads of old but really good games.
Yeah.
I hope that. I feel like the Switch will be able to stand on its own 2 feet.
What's unfortunate though is that, at least for me in my case, it's too little, too late. I wanted something like this back when like it was still red and blue. I wanted my own console version of Pokemon at the time, but it was like now it's just like they're gonna make one. They're gonna make one now, like 4 generations later.
4 generations.
And it's like whatever, guy. I don't give a fuck.
I do.
I mean, I already could. Well, I'm like a purist when it comes to the original. That's it. After that, even the cartoon,
Yeah.
After they moved to WB from UPN, they went to the second generation. I'm like, what the fuck's all this garbage?
Yeah.
And after that, I just lost touch.
I have my own gripes about the cartoon series and them just, the whole Jesse and James. They were always too afraid of, stepping into new territory. But you watch things like it was before the release of Pokemon X and Y, where they did this. It's called Pokemon Origins, where you watched the journey of Red. It was an hour long.
I think I heard about that. It was like it's like an OAV almost.
It was amazing. Yeah, it was. And
it was just straight up the game. Like it wasn't Pokemon the cartoon. It was like, hey, I'm gonna run out there. Here's your starter Pokemon. Start doing your shit.
Yeah,
that was cool.
It was Pokemon Red and Blue abridged because it didn't really go too deep into all 150 Pokemon they caught. That was all done in a clip show.
It was literally it's like Pokemon the Let's Play the anime.
Precisely. But condensed into 1 hour.
Oh yeah, of course. Speedrun, sure.
Yeah, but exactly, yeah. No, but it was fun. It was awesome to watch, and it was the first time that you how long did it take? I don't even think Ash did even ever capture all 150 Pokemon.
I think that his I mean, they were going off a tangent again for this thing, but for the show, for the character himself. He was one. He wanted to become a Pokemon master, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it all. I'm going to capture all these." But then I think when it came down to the new Pokemon, I think they want to just change his focus because now at this point, I just want to be good.
Yeah.
Instead of getting everything, because honestly, the shit he got anyways, he never really kept. The course is all filler. Oh, I got a Muck. Send it to Dr. Oak or Professor Oak.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a Kingler. Send it to Professor Oak.
Yeah.
It's all these things that are ugly. Send it to Professor Oak.
Yeah.
That's all it was. I mean, am I cool? Whatever. And I mean, granted, he did use Muck in the when he went to the Elite Four, but not that he did. That would have been cool if he actually succeeded, and they would have made a new series about the new regions. That would have been cool to me.
I always wanted to see Ash use just different Pokemon.
Yeah,
not always resulting in a Pikachu Thundershock. I've pretty much the Deus Ex Machina of every Pokemon episode.
Yeah, pretty much. Or here's my other starter Pokemon with some reason to do good, And that was funny too because the whole cartoon itself was. I didn't like the whole aspect of. Well, I don't want to evolve them. They're my friends. I don't want them to evolve. They shouldn't evolve. And the only guy that evolved was just Charizard into Charmeleon.
Yeah. And
Charizard, but he only want to show you that he's not strong enough as a Pokemon trainer to own a Charizard.
Yeah.
Either way, Charizard was like, fuck you guys, I want to level up myself.
Yeah.
And granted, he just left later.
Yeah.
But then you don't have Squirtle, he left. He never turned into Wartortle or Blastoise.
Yeah.
Bulbasaur did the exact same thing. Pidgeotto turned into Pidgeot, but he left that same episode. Butterfree left that episode when he changed. Then it was a whole dilemma. Oh, you're gonna turn your Pikachu to the Raichu, and he fought the Raichu.
Yeah. And
oh my god! But it's just it's like every episode has some type of moral, especially the one where the whole the training gym where it's, oh, you're treating them bad, and no, they're all training, they have their vests on and everything, but they're doing all right. They're just really strong.
Yeah.
And they all like what they're doing. They like that they're being trained.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of the things. I don't know. It was cool in its own right.
Yeah, but
it's a product of the generation at that point.
Exactly. But going back to Pokemon console, I'm excited. Whether it's going to be a new game or maybe a 3D kind of remake of
no, they better not go that route. They better make something new.
Yeah, it's more likely.
It seems so half-assed to be like, hey, let's just do more ports let's upscale the DS game into the 3D. I'm like, no, don't do that.
I want to see brand new mechanics. I'd like to see Pokemon out in the field, kind of like when you're playing something like Xenoblade Chronicles or maybe,
you actually want to be legitimately hunting, maybe actually have to play at night. And see Pokemon at night or good old places where
I'd like there to be
or just Monster Hunter the Pokemon game. Except you're capturing this time.
You're not really slaying, but you're capturing. But I
get the rocks.
Well, I mean that would imply that you'd have to go to different segments, and you're just like fast traveling to like you have a hub world, but then you also like you're just fast traveling to these different regions and everything like that.
I mean the first Pokemon should have been like that too, to be honest, because walking was actually you did walk or you did fly back then. Remember, I was fast travel in the original Pokemon.
Well, yeah, but you have to unlock it later.
Oh yeah.
But I would like to see a Xenoblade Chronicles style of game where you have this massive world and you see like these these monsters is walking around. Or
in my opinion, though, I mean they can do it already because they already made these like 3D Pokemon games, and it's kind of like big and expansive. What they could really do if they wanted to is actually just restart the first one, do Red and Blue, but make it like a tech demo, open world, the whole region.
Yes.
The whole region.
Yes.
Yeah. But you have to like walk around, do your stuff, fly around, surf, and you have to literally surf. You just
wait, but don't they kind of have that with Pokemon Go? You can just go anywhere you want.
Oh, that's not even Pokemon. It's not even a Pokemon game though. So
if you're saying that maybe it should be like Pokemon Go,
no,
in context to a bigger world.
No, you said it right the first time. Let's just keep it at that. I don't want to even involve Pokemon Go. It's just like just make it a Grand Theft Auto type of world, but it's just Pokemon.
Yeah, like what Zelda did for what Breath of the Wild did for the Zelda franchise, where you weren't limited to just okay, you have to do this dungeon to unlock this thing to then go to the next dungeon. You're like, no more.
It's just true freedom.
TMs, no more HMs. I mean, I guess you could have
those gym shit exist. It's that you have to level up. You have to get your crew going.
Yes.
Don't be where I have to go to the rock gym first, water gym, then so on. I mean, that's what's dumb. Don't make it. I would be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to this other region because in this world, people live in this world. So I'm a kid. I should be able to go. Oh, I'm a kid, right? Well, but let's say I'm a teenager. I should be able to go to this other zone and start where I want. And get Pokemon from that area.
Of course, after you ask your parents.
Yeah. Well, the cartoon should just say, get out of here.
Well, I mean, in going off of that, I would like to see a more mature take on the series. I mean, they came really close with it was Pokemon Black and White, where they questioned you kind of questioned the morals of what you were doing within that game. The Pokemon Black and White was, is it okay to enslave these animals?
Dang, it's almost like
it was
almost
awesome.
like it's almost like it's black and white.
Well, exactly. But I think that spoke.
But no gray.
Oh yeah. I
gray zone.
Yeah.
I think that spoke a lot for that game in particular. I think that had like one of the most powerful stories in that franchise. Because I always thought to myself, like at one point you kind of joke around about, all right, well, you're playing Michael Vick,
essentially, yeah. The video game, to fainting.
Yeah, to fainting. But you're taking these animals and this can be its own episode, friends. But what I'm saying is, it kind of took that moral dilemma of, oh man, I have these creatures that I'm forcing to fight. And it made you question a lot of this stuff. The main antagonist, it didn't even feel like he was a bad guy. Whereas, Team Rocket, I want to steal a bunch of Pokemon. The main antagonist for Black and White was pretty much telling you, hey, what you're doing is wrong. I'm gonna take your Pokemon by forcing my Pokemon to fight you.
Yeah.
So he's animal control.
Well, yeah, but in that way, he kind of realized that he was being hypocritical. But I love the narrative of, not just becoming a Pokemon trainer, but I don't know, just some story not involving you just being a Pokemon trainer and leveling up and stuff like that. I want there to be like some sort of like underlying.
Like a theme for that?
Yeah,
Like a PETA inside Pokemon?
Sure.
They don't necessarily have to redo
Undercover.
Pokemon Black and White story.
No, but I mean, you can still have a PETA. Like, it would be kind of interesting if there's a PETA, like, hey, stop training Pokemon to let them, have free will.
Yeah.
Because honestly, they made it evident in the one episode all the Pokemon were away from the Masters, and it's Team Rocket's Pokemon talking to the Ash's Pokemon, and they're literally saying like, hey, you know what? We're not really bad. It's only what our Masters tells us to do because we're owned by them. It's like, oh, that makes sense because they really don't have their own free will if they're captured. I mean, it's up to the trainer to give him free will. Like hence, like why he lets Pikachu out and does what he wants.
Yeah.
And cause obviously Pikachu doesn't like to be in the Pokeball. But the thing is though, it's up to the trainer as to how you want to treat your Pokemon, or how you want to treat your tools, or how you want to treat your weapons. Yeah. Or how it's just that's how it is. Or exactly, or if you want to say, or maybe you want to treat your pets this way. Yeah. Capture the pets. That's all it is. But they could totally do something like that if they wanted to. That'd be kind of cool. But overall, it's like you're gonna lose everyone's. You're gonna lose a fan base because people want to fucking Michael Vick the shit out of you. So, I mean, there's no other avenue of game exploration with in Pokemon that you can't just. I mean, unless you want to throw in Pokemon Snap all of a sudden or into Pokemon the game. It's like it's so many variables, but
sure,
it'd be hard to do. But again, that'd be kind of cool. Imagine like a World of Warcraft type Pokemon game. I honestly wish for that. But, it would be really hard to play a turn-based version of that.
Well, I mean, and who's to say that it even has to be turn-based?
True. I mean, Pokemon Go has something to say about that.
Well,
and that's garbage.
Couldn't it be active turn-based?
I mean, if it was like, that'd be actually cool if it was active. Like speed would matter this time instead of my character is just faster. I do my turn first. It's more like, hey, my turn comes up faster. Your slow Pokemon got to figure out a way to combat the speed or just switch out.
You play a game like Xenoblade Chronicles, where you're walking through this world and you see these bad guys. Some are apprehensive and will attack you, but some will kind of leave you alone. What's to say that you're kind of in the background and you press like certain buttons for corresponding to different attacks. Yeah. And you couldn't have attacks corresponding to certain buttons, and then once you use those attacks, your time resets, and then it restarts again. Or
you could just yank the leash.
Pretty much. But that's the thing. But anyways.
But
and then we just heard a school bell in this library, and they want to kick us out.
Yeah.
By the way, we'll take a little moment to say we're actually broadcasting. No, we're not broadcasting. We're emanating from San Jose State University.
Yeah, right now.
So the library out over here.
But for the rest of the E3 stuff, I want to say what was good. The Pokemon announcement was good. I'm probably not going to play it. Too little, too late for me. But thank God they put it on console for once. Thank God. Metroid Prime announcement. Yep. Probably the best thing out of all E3 in my opinion. But that's just for being a fanboy. I'm super biased. Metroid 2.
Unsupervised.
Metroid 2. It's kind of cool, new gameplay, but again, it's a DS game. God damn it! Mario Odyssey, probably one of the best Mario's to date since '64, maybe already.
We'll see, but I keep on seeing little impressions, I should say, not reviews, but impressions of the game, and I keep on hearing Mario 64, and I think that's what a lot of the fan base wants is that feeling of open world.
Open world.
They want the open world, but I'm pretty sure they want the loose gameplay that Mario 64 actually offered.
Yeah.
Because where else would you have a game where you can side flip, back flip, front flip, triple jump off a building, slide down things, take control of the whole map to your own advantage, which is great. I mean, that was the fun part about the whole game. You could totally master that. Like trying to beat that turtle in Mario 64, you just straight exploit, jump off walls, and just beat them up there.
Now, I will say, and you can take this however you want, but I did see Mario fall. Yeah, I did see Mario fall from way up high. He jumped from like a building down to a smaller building and didn't take any fall damage.
Like legit, just falling damage. Nothing like because I remember in Mario 64. I mean, that's a weird reference, but you can fall from far away. But you press Z to do the spin stomp. That was something meant to, but unless they didn't do that, right?
No. This was just falling straight down to a lower level, something that should have caused fall damage. Actually, would have killed you in Mario 64. Does not in this game. Now I'm not sure if that was a.
I hope that's just a beta thing. They need to really tune that because that's like give the game some damn challenge because people are just gonna exploit the shit out of that.
Yeah, exactly. It was during one of the kind of like playthroughs with. Yeah, it's someone's playing through it. You jump.
Like, I can understand if it's snow though.
No. This was New Donk City's overworld, and they were jumping from one building to another, and they did not take fall damage. And it could have been like to reach the top of the smaller building. The player could have gone a different way, but they decided to kind of cheap it and climb onto a really tall building and then jump onto the top of the smaller building. And again, no fall damage. So
it's kind of weird. It shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't. I like it. I like it with the way Mario 64 did, where you have to be careful of where you walked, and you were like it really made you cautious about falling off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah, maybe either way, you had the last ditch effort to avoid it. But the thing is, that was one of those things. Like if you didn't think about it, you're gonna die, or you just stomp when you get to the bottom. So
well, it's like I feel like that Mario 64 was like what's that? It was like the Ninja Warrior of the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or Tamagotchi Castle of the 90s. Because you were just like
bounding from
jumping, especially the ones where it was the motion stage where you had to stay on top of the platforms.
Yeah,
those are good. Those are good and tough. But yeah, anything else besides that? Because I don't know what else. I don't recall anything else that was actually.
It probably was, but it really didn't spark up it.
That was pretty.
Well, that was my test because I actually watched the E3 stuff like a day after all the conferences, and I want to see how much I could retain and what was actually memorable. And the only thing I remember was Spider-Man, Metroid Prime 4, Mega Man 2, Odyssey,
Metroid 2.
Yeah, what did I say?
You said Mega Man 2.
Whoops. And then so you have Anthem.
Wishful thinking.
I think I already said Spider-Man. There's see, that's all I can remember.
Yeah.
Need for Speed, maybe, but that looks like crap. The only reason why I remember is because the YouTube presenter fucked it up. What else? Yeah, that's it. Maybe Xbox's Xbone One or Xbone X, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, that's a lot of money for just a side grade.
Yeah.
When they could just make a new console.
Well,
again, they're not in the time to do that yet. I mean, we're probably like a few years from now, but. Yeah, that's all I can think of.
For me, the star of the show was definitely Monster Hunter World. Huge plus in my book, and for it to be the opener for the Sony conference was really cool.
Yeah,
it shows that Sony really does care about that franchise.
Yeah.
I was afraid that we weren't going to get another real console Monster Hunter game. Now, I do have my gripes about Capcom, and I can save this for a different video. With
that time.
That's going to be a rant all on its own. But Capcom not local or not. There's no plans of Capcom localizing the Switch version of Monster Hunter Double Cross. Again, that'll be its own thing. But as for the big winner for me, Monster Hunter, and Spider-Man, and of course
Metroid
and Mario.
Well, of course, Sonic kind of.
Well, Sonic Mini, I
knew about it.
We've already known about that, but
the rest of it is hit or miss.
The real genuine surprise for me, was Monster Hunter, because that's something I did not think.
But that's good though, because that's what you want to see E3 for. You want to get surprised.
The big reveals.
Yeah, and I got what I wanted. Which is Metroid Prime 4. I mean, granted, it's just 40 seconds of the title.
Sure,
but that's good enough for me.
No.
I mean, that caught me. I didn't even think they were going to make one.
Well, it shows that the franchise really is getting the love that it deserves.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well, yeah, let's hope so.
If it's the same company doing it again, then yeah. What about you, bro? From what we talked about, what do you think was the coolest thing?
Probably Odyssey. Mario Odyssey is probably the funnest one. I want to expect something from Metroid, but obviously they haven't showed anything.
Yeah.
And
that's about it.
Probably next year for sure.
I wasn't too impressed with E3. I'm usually never am impressed with E3 stuff because a lot of it is just what I call vaporware or a lot of hype. And like they say, half this stuff gets canceled or takes 10 years to come out anyways. So until the game is in my hands, you know what? We'll wait till then.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, well, go on. Sorry.
No. I was just go ahead.
No, well, that's the thing though. I mean, we had the same issue back then. It was for the Wii U. It was really they actually had the legit Zelda game that was supposed to be for Wii U. Not necessarily what we have now. Those would be the one that looked hella nice, all rendered. Fight a giant spider in a temple or dungeon. that was a true rate. That's the one thing everyone's like, oh shit, Zelda. That never came by. That's like the true. Yeah. That's the thing. That's where fucking all these game companies grab by the balls for the wrong reasons. Grab by the balls was something tangible. Granted, I say that when Metroid Prime 4 has no footage, but I could.
That's why I'm not excited about it.
I could trust it anyways because the all 3 games prior to that all have been really good.
Yes.
Except I don't know about the handheld ones, the Prime ones, but I can say without a shadow of doubt is 1, 2, and 3 premium like Metroid experiences.
Yeah. If it's the same developer.
I'll have to figure that out. I haven't looked into that yet.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, hey, for those that are listening, we also have another take on Sony's presentations somewhere down in the video. We'll probably put a link on that in the description below.
Or just check the channel.
Otherwise, for those that are listening, what's their favorite Nintendo news? Are you guys looking forward to Mario Odyssey or Metroid Prime 4 or Sonic Mania or Sonic Forces or even the Pokemon game? And let us know in the comments below. And also give us some feedback on how we are doing over here. If you enjoy listening to us, or whether we could talk about other particular subjects and whatnot, or what do you want to listen to, or what's
let us know what we can do. To make it better for you.
Yeah.
Because we can talk about some shit that'll piss us off.
There's gonna be more stuff. Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, we'll continue talking about more stuff, and later on we'll incorporate new movies coming out and more pop culture and nerdy and geeky things. That
don't say it like that. Just cool
well,
things.
when I say nerdy and geeky things, I'm talking about hardcore stuff.
You sound like a character from The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Well, no. See, all right, okay.
Don't either.
You know what? For those that are listening. Well, we're going to have a whole discussion about, what's called surface level nerds. And, so we'll discuss that later.
Yeah.
That gets really under my skin. Yeah. Well, anyways, this is Omero.
And I'm Lewis.
And Daniel, of course.
And you've been listening to Vaporware.
Yep. Oh, let me press stop. How do you turn this damn thing off?
Take the plug out.
Oh, there it is. Jesus, motherfucker. All right.